Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Joffrey Noodle Legs here today with a little special unboxing for you. Today we're unboxing a new drone. I've upgraded my DJI Mini SE and I've upgraded it with the DJI Mini 2 SE. Now these are quite similar to the SE, but there is some major changes with it. Mostly that is the connection. Obviously with the SE, that's a Wi-Fi drone. This isn't. This works on its own sort of development by DJI. I think it's called Octilus or something similar, something like that, and it runs off that. So it's a more of a radio control. So there's no chance of sort of like Wi-Fi. Hopefully not minimum Wi-Fi interference with your drone. Which when you hit Wi-Fi interference in some areas, your drone is you get a lot of lag. The picture's not as good, or it can run slow, or it can you can lose connection, and you're in danger of sort of like losing your drone, which is what you don't want to do. Since they've released at the moment the latest ones for DJI as the DJI Mini 3 is the latest sort of mini in the mini series. You can get Mavic 3, Mavic 2, Mavic 1, but they are larger drones, and they are heavier drones than this, which is important for what I need. I want a light drone, but they've released an SE, which stands for Special Edition. Now the only thing that's really majorly different between, say, like the Mini 2 and the Mini 2 SE is the camera. On the Mini 2, the camera is 4K, the video, with 12 megapixel photo, and I also believe it runs at 4K at 30 frames per second, but it can run at 2K 2.7 at 60 frames per second. With this one, the camera is not 4K, it's 2.7K, and that runs at 30 frames per second, the same as the SE, and it also runs at 1080p at 60 frames per second, but it still has a 12 megapixel camera. Also, this one has a zoom on it, which the other one didn't. It's also a lot faster than the other one, and it's got its own unique controller, which the feedback from it is fantastic, where the other one is more fiddly, if you like, and with that controller your phone sits underneath, but this one your phone sits on top of your controller, so that's quite cool. And it's got like a more up-to-date sight. So pretty much what you've got here is the DJI Mini 2, but with the SE camera, which I've not got a problem with, because as you see in my drone videos, the camera is pretty spot on for the SE anyway, for what I require it for, which I normally generally use for road trips and things like that. And I do want to get out more with my drone and do some more films for you, because it's a real passion of mine for sort of photography, and this allows you to do things that you can't do with a camera. So it has more different special features in there as well with the camera, where you can do sort of like panoramic and all sorts of things on there. So we'll go through those when we take it out at some point. But it is an upgrade. The price of this is not too bad. I picked it up at a really good deal, but when it's not in it, I don't believe it's in the deal at the moment, but when it's out of the deal, it's still reasonably priced. It's about £300 odd outside of a deal. So it's really cool for the price, to be honest, because most drones are expensive. Now if you went out and bought a Mavic 3, which is the new one, you're probably looking £1.5 grand to £2 grand, you know. So it's like, to get a sort of a drone that's got amazing quality for that sort of price, it's really cool. So I'm dead chuffed with it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to open it and have a little look, see what the content is in the box. So here we are, guys. We're going to be opening our new drone today. This is the DJI Mini SE, sorry, DJI Mini 2 SE. So this is a bit of an upgrade on my current drone, which is the DJI Mini SE. So this is an upgrade by 2. This drone is pretty much like the DJI Mini 2, but has the camera of the SE. That's the only real difference between this and the Mini 2. So what we're going to do is have a little look at the contents inside, and you can see what you get with this product. It's reasonably priced. Check it out on Amazon or anywhere really. I think it's pretty much the same price wherever you buy it. So just trying to get into the cellophane. Here we go. Hope you can see something. There we go. So this is a 249 grams drone, which is really important. If you get anything heavier than that, you need to have a aviation license to be able to fly it. With this drone, all you need is a flight license, which you can just it's just pretty much registering yourself as a drone flyer, which will allow you to fly drones in the airspace. Without that, you can, if you get stopped, you can have your drone confiscated and you might end up with a penalty, sort of fine for not being able to get one. I do have a license to fly it. It's a yearly update. So let's have a quick look inside to see what we get. I don't know if this slips out or what, I'm not sure. So it's very well packaged. It's a lot smaller box than what comes with the SE. So there are some major changes with this one. The SE is a Wi-Fi drone, so it runs on Wi-Fi. Now this has got a built-in system, I believe, called Oculus 2, which means that it doesn't rely on Wi-Fi, which is kind of better, because if you're in a Wi-Fi area that's got poor Wi-Fi, you're going to struggle with your drone losing connection and the lag and stuff. So hopefully we won't have so much problem with it. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So, and here we go. And it's the first thing you see is your drone. Let's have a look. Make sure you're still in focus. Yeah. So the first thing in the box you see is your drone. Here it is. Let's lift it out for you. So it's very similar to the other DJI Mini. Here's your camera. It's a three. It's got a three. Your gimbal's three. It's a 3-axis gimbal, so that will help it movement. So let's just take off the gimbal cover protector there. There we go. So I can show you it. These are your propellers. These are also been covered. So let me undo those for you. Take off the cover so you can see the camera. See, it's on a gimbal, so it can move about freely in the wind. Gonna put the cover back on, guys. So there's your drone. And that's what the first thing that comes in the box. Okay, we'll lift off the drone cut out part. and there should be a controller in here, and in here is all the bits which we will look at in a minute. Here's your controller. It's a lot different to the controller on the SE. This is an RC controller. So let's take that out for you. Sorry guys, just trying to get it out of this little bag. And here's the controller. And what happens is you put your mobile phone. Your mobile phone will sit on the top up here. So you sit your phone in there. It connects through the wires. And here's your little. You've got your little joysticks. So we'll pop those in so you can see the controller. There we go. There's your controller to control it. We'll have a little bit more detailed look at this when it comes to time to take out our drone. We're not going to be doing it today. This is just an unboxing. We will take the drone out when we get a good day and I'm off work. Fortunately I'm back to work tomorrow, so it's going to be a few days till I'm out with the drone, but we will take it out for a test flight. So there's the controller. So in here, this white box here will be your paperwork and probably just some extras. So we've got a little screwdriver which is for removing any broken propellers. Let's have a look. Try and get them out here. We do have some spare propellers, 2 sets, always handy if you crash it. You have a charger, which will USB charger, and then there should be the wires to connect the telephone to your controller. Let's get those out. So we got 2 of those. This one is obviously for your general purpose phones, like some of your Androids. This one's also an Android phone, which is the one I think I'll be using because it's a smaller one. But I think it also connects to the iPhone as well. So there's your 2 connectors. So you've got an Android and an iPhone connector, and you come with an instruction manual and also your warranties and guarantees, all that. Now obviously your warranty is not covered for you for losing it. If you crash it, it's something you can take out cover with DJI. If you lose your drone or something bad happens to it, it might be covered, and then you can put in a claim and they will send you out a new drone. But if you're careful enough, you won't need to do that. Just make sure when you do fly, you're in open areas and you're not have any obstructions or anything like that that could cause your drone to have major issues. So there we go, that's what the drone looks like. Just popping some of the bits away, guys. So what I'll do, instead of me wasting the video doing that, that's the contents that you get in the box. There we are. So I'm dead chuffed with that, our little new drone. It looks very similar to the drone that I already have. I wasn't expecting it to look any different, to be honest. I don't have a problem with how it looks. I wanted it to be with a better sort of running system, because a lot of time me and the lad took it out, we have quite a few problems with it, with lag and all sorts of things like that. And hopefully now with this new drone, we won't have any of that with it. So it's really cool. It's really nice. So let's open the wings for you so you can see it in its full beauty. There we go. Oh, it shows well. Silly I am. I've not done this for a while. You've got to open the front ones first, and then you open the rear ones. And there we are. There's the drone in its full capacity. It takes the same batteries as the SE, so that now means I have 2 batteries, which is great, which means I can get longer filming times. The batteries just sit in the back. There's the battery there. I didn't show you that in the unboxing, but yeah, there's your battery. So the other battery is exactly the same, so that they just slip in there and it clicks down, and that's where you put your SD card, and that's where you charge it, to charge it up. And that's your on and off button there at the bottom, which you press once and then you press and hold it in, and they're already calibrating and setting up with my app and everything. So I've got quite a bit to do with that when I'm off work. Unfortunately, I'm going to be working the next few days, so I'm not going to have a chance to take it out. Probably might not be till next week, and that all again depends on our wonderful friend, the weather. It's one of those hobbies. It's a fantastic hobby, but it's all down to what the weather's like, to if you can actually get out with your drone or not. Yeah, but I'm really dead chuffed to receive this, to get this today. As you can see, Mini 2 SE, really cool. And these are your propellers. Obviously, if you break them, you've got your screwdriver, you unscrew one, and then you replace it. They can get broken if you run into a wall, or if you maybe it hits an object, you know. So but if you're just safe with it, you're safe practice, and you've got no problems with droning. It is a great hobby, and it's so easy to enjoy. And now with 2 batteries, I'm gonna have a wonderful time. When I get paid, I will be buying a nice carry bag for it to carry them, because what I want to do is keep this nice, so when I'm not using it, it's stored properly. Because before, I just put it in my backpack like that, and so I think sometimes that could cause some damage to your drone. So I will be buying a sort of bag, a special bag for it to keep this nice. So yeah, it's got a lot more features on it than the normal SE, which we will go through and I'll tell you about when we're out on the flight test. So we'll talk about that then. But apart from that, you say the camera's the same, but it's going to be, because of the updated engine, you've got the Mini 2 engine in there. It's more sophisticated than not being a Wi-Fi drone. It's been on its own sort of like connection, not Wi-Fi, is worth the asking price alone, because I think the Wi-Fi it was the biggest issue with the SE, to be honest. Because apart from that, it's an amazing little drone, and so I'm still keeping hold of that one because it's an amazing drone. It's reliable, and these are all reliable. But yeah, I'll need to register this on my flight license, and I'll also need to register it with DJI that I'm now running this one. So I've got quite a bit of work to do before I can take it out, and I've got to fit all this in between my shifts. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this little video. Look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I'll see you all soon.